Alright, so I don't know where I left off at in these kitchen chronicles. But if you go back to the first stream, I basically folded. So I'm gonna try not to fold this time, but I'm playing a much reasonable game. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, but I'm playing a much reasonable game to where the point, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and fold. Hold on, let me find the match real quick. Okay, so basically, we're still stuck in...
Get ready for the next battle.
We're still stuck in the 2013 through 2016 era. Sorry, 2012. We're still stuck at the Western Chronicles. Now, the first person I want to get to, and I've been wanting to get to him. We're gonna get the Otis's ass. We're gonna get right back on him. Now I talked about him for a little bit in, in the last video. Otis was this old ass guy. He had to been at least like.
Get ready for the next battle.
I might get wrecked in this game. I mean, it's been a minute. But Otis, he...
Round one. Fight.
Well, that was pretty easy. I don't know what this dude is doing.
Fight.
I don't even know what's... Oh my god! Same. somebody grabbed the controller from him.
Now this is what I call fun.
I didn't mean to do that. Why keep doing that? Alright, but basically Otis, this dude would sit here and
get ready for the next battle.
He would basically, you know, just downplay everything that you're doing. You know, he made it seem like that he was just top notch. He made it seem like he was top notch in the kitchen. And it's like, bro, not everybody can be top notch in the kitchen. You know, you can't be top dog every time in the kitchen. So what he would do, for example, because after a while when I was there, he got promoted to a sous chef. Now, a sous chef is almost like a supervisor. Basically, like, you know, a supervisor. So, you know, what he would do is, if you had to be there, the sous chef had to be there at 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. This man would come in, I knew his routine all too well. This man would come in, he'll go straight to the office, put his stuff down, go get him some coffee, come right back, and he'll just, you know, like, he'll just sit there and look at the list, and he'll just sit there and bullshit all day. All day he'll bullshit. I would never forget this one time, he ended up leaving. He would always leave work and make it seem like that he had to go do something. But what he would do is, I was off this particular day. Now, from my house to downtown, it was at least a good 20-25 minutes. I seen this man flying down the main road on my off day. And mind you, he's supposed to be at work. You know, he would always say, oh, I gotta go do something, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that. Bro, you supposed to be at work. Like, what are you doing? So every time he make it seem like he gotta go do this, he gotta go do that, he gotta go talk to this person, blah, blah, blah. But then when he come back, he'll put his apron on, he'll make it seem like he finna do some work, and like, he'll just make it seem like that he's actually doing something, which he's really not. You know, like I said, my list would be this long. It's probably wider than this screen right here. It would be this long, and he would still sit here and proceed to tell me that I need to, you know, that I need to do this, I need to do that, blah, blah, blah. I ain't gotta do shit. So, so there'll be a couple times when I'll be working the line when he's, you know, like when he would be there. I'll be working the line and he'll come on the line and he'll just start like, you know, looking at stuff, and he'll start to, oh man, why is this like this? Why is that? Man, don't worry about it. You ain't over here. Don't worry about it. So that's one thing in the kitchen that you're gonna see, that people always think that they're top notch. You know, I don't give a damn how long you've been cooking. I don't care if you're an OG in the kitchen. I don't give two shits. We talking about what we doing right now. And here's another prime example. Another prime example is when I was coming in early, 2:30, 3 a.m. in the morning. I'll come in because the chef would write the list out a day ahead of time. So when he's writing a day ahead, I'm already flipping the page to see what I gotta do the next day. What I gotta do focaccia sandwiches, toasted cheese sandwiches, cut the salmon, pull tilapia out, and do grouper. All for this rotary that we had every Tuesday. A rotary was like, it was like some kind of event with like some shrine people. I really don't know what it was, but it used to have like no more than, it used to have, every single time it would have 200 people or more. And you might think toasted cheese sandwiches is not even that hard to do. Okay, yeah, it's not that hard, but when you have to, this isn't your regular toasted cheese sandwiches. Mind you, we talking about some fine dining shit. You gotta make the focaccia sandwiches and stuff, and you gotta do the layer after layer and blah 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 and all this other stuff. When you gotta do all that, I mean, it's really intricate work. So, you know, when you gotta do 30, 40 focaccia sandwiches, 80 toasted cheese sandwiches, you gotta cut up like 20, 30 salmon and cut them perfect so everybody can, you know, get some, put it in a pan. Tilapia, you really didn't have to do much. You just had to split it down the middle. I mean, you had to do all this stuff for this rotary. So I'm not gonna come in at 6 a.m. and then the rotary starts at 9 a.m. I'm not gonna be over here like running around bust my ass. I'll never forget when the chef was out, because he was having a surgery done to him. So we had a temp chef. Well, the temp chef, he would like to come in. This dude's name was Trip. Now, being dead serious, the dude's name was Trip, and he really was a trip. We're gonna get to him later. He came in one time, and, you know, he'll sit there and go over the list, and he'll sit there and basically like look at it and be like, oh yeah, you know, okay, the list is fine, blah blah blah. But when I had all my stuff marked out before everybody, it was like 8 people in the kitchen, including Otis. And Trip made a comment and said, oh man, like, you know, you're a good worker because, you know, you come in and, you know, you get your stuff done, blah blah blah. This man Otis came around the corner, old ass nigga started hating. This man sat here and said, oh man, you think you big shit now. You think you top notch shit. But I don't think I'm top notch shit. I know I'm top notch shit. What the hell you talking about? Somebody that comes in early, that's dedicated to the work, because you know you gotta carry everybody else. I don't know. Well, I don't think I'm top notch shit. I know I'm top notch shit. Oh, this man was a different breed, man. I remember when I left the West End to go to Rick Irwin's 2 blocks away from the hotel, and then I end up coming back. Like, I end up asking if I'd come back. And once again, we're gonna get into that later. I end up coming back, working the line, but then Otis ended up, when I came back, Otis wasn't there. It was somebody else. Well, I don't think we had a sous chef. I don't think we had one at one point in time. But he ended up coming back, and he thought just because the chef had called him back, he thought that he was top notch shit. Bro, he called you back because he don't feel like doing all that damn work. That's why he called you back. So he called him back. I remember he seen me on the line. I'm over here thinking we ain't beefing no more. I said, "Oh man, what's up, Otis?" This man just walked right past me on the line, looked at me. You know, this man looked me dead in my face like this. Like, here's the line right here. This man looked me dead in my face. I said, "Oh man, what's up, Otis?" This man looked at me like this and said, and just kept walking. He kept walking. And I'm like, alright, bet. You know, that's why he was always full of shit. So, I gotta figure something out with this controller. Yeah, so Otis, man, he was something serious. Man, I can't even hold you up with that one.
Get ready for the next battle.
I had to go check on something real quick. Okay, but yeah, Otis, he's already crossed off. We done talking about him. You know, like I said, this man was something serious. You know. Next person we're finna go to, we had this dishwasher name. We're gonna call him Avery. We had this dishwasher named Avery. And once again, old nigga. You know, he was, at first he was a temp, but then he ended up getting hired on. But this man, he was so old school. It's like, I mean, he was old school, but he was funny though. So, you know, I would, you know, like, I'll casually, like, pick him up, like, from home, like, here and there, because, you know, he ain't have no ride. Control, man. I swear.
Witness the results of my training. Round 1. Fight.
God, just control. man take that L.
Round 2. Fight.
Start using Rage Art in online Tekken. I mean, I know it's part of the game, but when we start using this,
Nothing personal. Round 3. Fight.
that's the only way he winning. Other than that, old buddy suck. Come on, man.
Fight. It's not over yet.
Come on, watch him come back for this. Come on now. Yeah, first hit. I mean, come on now. Too easy. And then old buddy started losing. Using the Rage Art.
Has evolved to a new level.
All right. So, Avery the dishwasher, I really don't have too much on him because he was just one of the funny old school, you know, dudes in the kitchen. I mean, that's it. He really wasn't like the only thing I have about him is I think when I ended up leaving and coming back, he wasn't there no more. And everybody in the kitchen proceeded to tell me that this man thought that what was on top of the dish machine, he thought that was his apple juice. Because of course you would have chemicals that listen. Apple juice is like an orangish color. It's like a, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like a tan color, whatever. You'll have chemicals that look like fruit punch, orange soda, grape soda. I mean, you'll have Kool-Aid, you know, you'll have chemicals that look like all different types of stuff. But there's no way that you took a sip. You took a large ass sip out of this cup and you just thought that, you know, that was apple juice. First of all, why are we putting chemicals in cups? Why are we doing this? So he ended up doing that, and it ended up like burning his throat, and it ended up like taking like a part of his tongue off or something like that. what the fuck? I have never heard of nothing like that in the kitchen until then. Dude drinking, you know, chemicals. Shit was crazy. I really ain't got much about him. We just been across them all. What can I say about Maple and Denise? Once again, two old school women that was always going at it. They was always going at it in the kitchen. Always. I mean, I got videos of Denise. She just going, I mean, and look, I'm about 5'9". This old chick, she was like 65 years old. She had been at least like 6'5". No, sorry, I'm over exaggerating the number. 6'2", 6'3". Big chick. The other chick, Maple, she just make it seem like that she just like the most spiritualist person that, you know, you ever gonna meet. But, you know, low-key she be talking like some bitch shit. And she just, you know, she just act like that. She act like she top-notch too. But both of them, look at that stick drift. Look at this stick drift. This is why I did not pull out this controller. So, like, you know, you'll have both of them going at it sometimes. And, you know, they'll be coming around, you know, talking about, oh man, did you see what she did? Blah, blah, blah. Man, some days I don't even want to hear that. I don't even want to hear it. You know, but they were really nothing too crazy, you know, happened with them. But, I mean, you're always going to have, like, you know, you're always going to have, like, them old school people in the kitchen, you know, that swear that they know everything. They want you to come over here and do this, do that for them. And oh, Maple, man, she'll always come around and try to get somebody else to do her work. She was mainly working at Alma Station. She will always try to get somebody to do her work. I'm like, golly, like, just do your own shit. Do your own work. That's all you gotta do. So, you know, like, I never really understood her either. I really didn't. Like, she was, nah, we just gonna cross them all. Like I said, nothing really like happened with them. The chef, the only thing I got about the chef is, like, you know, him being the first chef I ever work for, he wasn't too crazy like you would think a chef would be. You know, he wasn't like on no Gordon Ramsay shit. Like, you know, he ain't gonna throw nothing at you. But if he ain't like it, he gonna throw your shit in the trash can. I'll tell you that. But he, the only thing I got on him is this man was a chef. He didn't eat no sweet potatoes. Crazy shit. There would be some stuff in the kitchen that I wouldn't eat. And he'll be like, oh yeah, man, just go ahead and just go ahead and, you know, try it, blah, blah, blah. I ain't eating that crazy shit. You getting on me for not eating crazy shit, but you don't eat sweet potatoes. That is crazy. I mean, that's just crazy to me. That's crazy. You know, I mean, he was fit. I mean, this man ran like marathons, you know, triathlons, all that, but, you know, sadly, this man ended up passing like 3 years ago over throat cancer. And that just lets you know right there that you can be the most fittest, healthiest person ever, and you could just You know, crazy shit. Let's see, we just gonna cross them off. Next person we finna get to is Bob. This dude was, he was the definition of crazy word. This dude went to Bob Jones. Real Christian dude. But he went to culinary school on top of that. And he still couldn't cook. This man couldn't cook. This man couldn't cook worth, you know, like, this man couldn't cook worth a damn. You know, I seen this man, I seen this man drop, he dropped reverse shrimp and grits, and reverse shrimp and grits was probably the worst thing that I have ever done in the kitchen. If you, it was only me and one other person I know that was doing shrimp and grits, and shout out to my nigga Fredo. Y'all go ahead and do the, you know, go to whitewinebutter.com. You know, go ahead and check, you know, go ahead and check my mans out. But it was only me and him that did, you know, the reverse shrimp and grits. It ain't nothing but you taking a piece of shrimp, splitting it down the middle, and, you know, putting yellow grits in the middle, folding it, breading it, and all you did, no, you didn't bread it yet, but you fold it, and then you just wrap it in plastic. Like, you just, like, you basically just going like this. Just wrap it in plastic. That's it. But you might think that's not that hard. When you gotta do like 2,000-3,000 reverse shrimp and grits, you're fucked. You gotta do that in a week. You're fucked. So I seen this man Bob drop a whole pan of shrimp and grits. Of course the chef got mad, and of course, you know, we just over there just kind of like, damn, like, I mean, because he was clumsy. He was clumsy. I mean, I don't really have any wild stories about him, man, but he was just clumsy. And the only reason why I'm telling you these characters is because that's what they were in the kitchen. They were characters. You literally had characters in the kitchen. Like, they, you know, that crazy word. Crazy word. Let's see. Next that we finna get to is Jason. This used to be the homie. Yeah, I mean, it used to be like he was a server, and he was the one that told me.
Next battle.
He's the one that told me when I first. He was the one that told me when I first got there. He was like, "Oh man, you know, if you ever need anything, you know, like just let me know, and you know, like I got you, you know, 'cause you're my boy, you know, blah blah blah, you know, like I'm such and such, nephew, you know, like the one that helped you get the job, you know, all this other crap." So, you know, I'm over here like, all right, cool, you know, first day, you know, I'm already, you know, making friends, you know, all this other stuff. So I didn't ever really have no problem with this guy. Didn't have no problem with him. You know, once again, this goes back to us, all 30 of us, going out and, you know, like chilling, you know, going to the club, blah blah blah, all sort of crap. You know, and then in the previous story that I was telling about,
get ready for the next
about Brian, aka Mr. Zesty, he, you know, they didn't never like each other, but they made it seem like that they didn't like each other. Now that I look back at it, 12 years ago, or like, here we are 12 years later. Now that I look back at it, two zesty, saucy Santana niggas. You know, I mean, it's crazy. You know, Brian, he was zesty. He was the one that told me that he was gonna pull up in my driveway and beat my meat. Okay, Zesty won. Mind you, 12 years later, here we are. And I go on Snapchat 4 months ago. I went on Snapchat. I knew Jason. I knew he was zesty. I knew he was. But see, here's the problem. I don't care if you're zesty. I really don't care. I can't exaggerate that enough. I don't care if you like dudes. I don't care. But just don't, you know, just don't try that shit with me. This man got on Snapchat 4 months ago and sat there and said, somebody asked me, do I like niggas? I told him I love niggas. I know these things. but see, it's none of my business. It's none of my business, but you keep denying it. You know, I understand you might not want to tell me. I do understand that. You might not want to tell me. That's none of my business. But bro, stop denying it. You know, if that's what you like, that's what you like. No, I'm not gonna keep pressuring you to ask you like, oh man, you like niggas, blah blah blah. No, I'm not, because that's none of my business. But nah, this dude, he you know, he made it seem like that, you know, he was really, you know, getting girls and doing this and doing that. He wasn't. He was getting dudes. All along, you was getting dudes. But he didn't really
get ready for the next battle.
The only thing I can say about him is he
Round
South Korea.
Fight.
Oh. You know, I'm gonna get boxed up. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm getting red. Yeah, I'm getting red. Yeah, I'm getting red.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, I got red. I mean, somebody from South Korea, come on now. God playing? Yo. But nah, I mean, I really don't have anything on, we push a rematch button.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh my. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh! Who you?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god.
Round 3. Fight.
Damn it! Alright, but back to Brian. No, sorry, Jason. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything for him except, you know, he used to, like he used to fuck food up, and you know, him like, you know, running around trying to serve. You know, I mean, he was a 6 out of 10 server, but bro. Alright. On my boy Fredo. This man right here, I didn't really see him too much. I didn't see him that much. He was, he just came in and worked the line. He couldn't stand Otis because, you know, once again, you know, he would sit here and try to, you know, you know, tell him what he needs to do and do this and do that. But my nigga Fredo, I mean, you know, you gonna hear about him later on, because this, you know, this wasn't the first time that, you know, this ain't the first and the last time we worked together. I mean, you know, we worked together on down the line because I actually ended up calling them and was like, hey, you know, like, you need somebody on down there. Oh yeah, you know, come on down. Boom. You know. So we just gonna go ahead and he didn't really have anything significant like going in the kitchen. Like, you know, I never really seen anything too crazy until down the line, until I actually like was working with him. When me and him worked together the second time, okay, now that was crazy shit. This server named Courtney, absolutely off the chain, and I'm talking about in a bad way. She would bring food in, and she'll bring food in, and she would expect, like, she'll bring it doesn't matter what food it was. She bring it in, she expects it right now. She wants it right now. And that's the shit I couldn't stand. She wants the shit right now. How the fuck am I gonna cook a burger in 0.1 seconds? Sorry, 0.001 seconds. How am I even gonna cook a burger that fast? She expects you to pull it out your ass. And that was her only downfall in the kitchen. She would... Nobody liked her, but you know what? It's like, some days, she would sit there and play the victim and make it seem like that, you know, everybody's picking on her one day. Bitch, just come in and take the order. Just take the order. That's it. We're not asking for nothing else. Just, you know, take the damn order. Once again, she really had eating day, like, that was her only downfall. That was it. Other than that, I ain't got too much to say about her. This next lady, she was a banquet server. Her name was Shirley. Oh my god. To this day, she still mentioned me on Facebook. Here we are 12 years later. Sorry, not 12 years. Yeah, sorry. 12 years. Hold on, let me get something real quick. Alright. So Shirley, this lady, she this lady got multiple swords, like crazy work. She I'll never forget that one time. Once again, old shit. You always gonna have these chicks in the kitchen that just don't like each other. They don't like you. Whatever, you know. I know there were some days that she didn't like me, but she had I remember she had like a stack of plates, probably like this much. Had a stack of plates, and she ended up dropping some. Now, when you drop plates, you know, it just depends on the thickness or the thinness of the plate. I'm being dead serious. It depends. You know, once that plate hit the floor, that might be a projectile missile, you know, coming straight at your face or wherever. In this case, we couldn't take her serious. This lady made it seem like that a piece of you know, plate had like ended up like, you know, hitting her in her face and like got in her eye.
Get ready for the next battle.
But let me tell you something. If some plate, like if a piece of plate had got in your eye, your eye's gonna be bleeding. We didn't see. Well, we got another South Korean player. This can't be a perfect.
Fantasy here is yours. Round 2. Fight.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
This hurts now. Not like this. Round 3. Fight.
So we get one hit off here at least. On your ass right now. Oh, here we go. Let's go with the BS.
Fantasy here is yours.
That's crazy. That's crazy work.
Round 1. Fight.
He's doing it. He's fucking doing it. Let's get out of here. This is crazy work.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, come on with it. Get ass up. first off. Here we go.
Touchdown! Fantasy here is yours! This one. To business.
How he blocked that? Watch him come back. Watch him come back.
Fantasy here is yours.
Get ready for the next battle.
Alright, so back to Shirley. She you know, like she broke a piece of glass in her eye. And she claimed that she couldn't see at that one eye. She didn't go to no hospital, no nothing. Why you lying? So that whole day, she was just walking with like, you know, her hand over her eye. Crazy work. Crazy. So she ended up like, you know, just put one hand over the eye and, you know, just walking around. She had beef with almost everybody in there. You know, just beef with random people. And, you know, she was crazy. You know, she will always show you, instead of showing you an article on her phone, she would record the story that was on the news on her phone and show you. So all you seen was, you didn't see a flat screen. All you seen was like this old ass 1996 TV with the lines like flickering. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, she would just be rambling on and on and on about just nonsense, and she was crazy. Like, she was like real crazy. The only thing I could really tell you about her was, you know, she was just crazy. Like, you know, and she would always say that, you know, white folks were always putting her down and blah blah blah. Cause you crazy. Ain't nobody putting you down but yourself. She didn't really like have, like, you know, I really didn't see anything about her. Like, she, you know, she was just crazy. I'm finna get to this other dishwasher, JP. This dude had a crazy story. Like, I mean, I ain't never heard or seen nothing like this before. This dude was crazy. Old ass white dude, scruffy looking. he was actually a temp, but then he got hired on. He came from a halfway house, and we still think that, you know, just a little bit of drugs were involved. So this man would walk to work. Sometimes he would walk to work, you know, even when it's raining. This is way before. This was before Uber was even a thing. You know, you still had the taxis out here, and he would either take a taxi or he would either take the bus. And the bus was right across the street from the parking garage. So he didn't have much of a walk to do from the bus to the job. Well, this one time, the other dishwasher, Avery, he said, man, he said, hey, man, you ain't gonna believe it. I said, what? He said, man, you remember how JP be sitting here walking around, and how he be like, you know, we're here limping. Like, this dude had like a limp because he said he had gout in his foot. So this man would you know, be at work limping and talking about how his, you know, foot hurt and blah blah blah. Everybody felt bad for him. So Avery told me that he was standing outside one day, or no, he was actually coming up on the hill to go into the parking garage to like go into work. And he said, man, you won't believe what I seen. I said, what? He said, man, I seen JP hop out the bus, and you know, he had some pep in his step. And I was like, man, I thought his foot was hurting. He said, nah, man, he had some pep in his step. I said, JP, and he was like, and he looked, and then he just started back limping. I mean, this man just started back limping. I mean, and like, we knew he was faking, so the chef felt bad for him, you know, because he would sometimes be late and all that. So basically what happened was, the chef said, look, I'm gonna end up, he came through and said, look, I'm gonna give you a bite, this is yours, you know, this is transportation to work. And, you know, like, I don't know what he said, you know, I don't know what JP said after that, you know, but he was riding a bike for only a week. He showed up late one day, and chef wanted to know. He was like, hey man, you know, like, you okay? You know, like, you like 30 minutes late. He's like, yeah, you know, I just ran into something. He was like, so chef went downstairs for some reason. He went downstairs because he knew something was up. He came back up 5 minutes later and was like, hey, JP, like, what happened to the bike? He was like, oh man. So all 10 of us on that side just stopped working. He was like, because we already know it's going to be a bullshit answer. He was like, oh man, you know, like, I just went ahead and, you know, like, I had to get rid of it. And the chef was like, why? What happened? You know, like, what happened to the bike? He said the bike broke. He said, how'd the bike break? He said he was coming up on the hill, and then he ended up going downhill, but then he ended up falling off the bike, and the seat had came off, and he said he broke his ass. I mean, I can't make this shit up. This man said he broke his ass because the seat fell off. This man broke his ass. That is some crazy ass word. This man broke his ass on the seat, and he said that's the reason why his ass was hurting. for the whole month, his ass was hurting. So then we think that he ended up just trading the bike, you know, for like some drug money. You know, we think he just, you know, did some crazy work with that bike. So it's like, You know, oh, and then every time you would throw a dish over there, well, not throw a dish, every time you go there and set a dish down, this man would sit here and get mad. The dish pit won't even be piled up. So, okay, mind you, I didn't even, you know, paint the picture for you how big the dish pit was. The dish pit was, I mean, longer than, dish pit was long. Dish pit was probably from wall to wall in this room right here. This is like a standard room. This is wall to wall. Then right behind you, you had 2 tables. You had 2 tables right behind you. No, sorry. You had 1 table right behind you. But you had the dish pit, so you had the dish pit, and then you had another table right beside it. So, you had enough room, but the other table over there, that was just for the silverware. That was strictly for the silverware, just to go ahead and marinate in the the water. The dish pit won't even be full. You put one thing over there, and this man is already huffing and puffing. Bro. You're a dishwasher. And see, I never knocked the dishwasher, for anything. Never knocked the dishwasher because, I started off washing dishes. But bro, you had the most easiest job in the kitchen. You ain't back here cutting shit. You ain't prepping nothing. You ain't doing shit. That was my only thing. Really nothing too crazy happened to him in the kitchen, but he was done for. He was done. Let's see, we're gonna cross him on. This next dude, we're gonna give him his flowers in a good way. My nigga Darko. This man right here, he was. I never came off as. This is one out of 2 people that felt so intimidated by me to the point they had to tell me their life story about how they sold drugs, tied niggas up. This nigga claimed that he killed somebody. Fuck, I need to know that for? What I need to know that